Nigeria police plan 2-day show of force ahead of Anambra election. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. 34,587 personnel will be deployed for the Anambra state election following a security threat analysis carried out by the Force Intelligence Bureau, FIB. Now the news in detail. The Nigerian police force will be conducting the 2-day show of force ahead of the November 6th Anambra state governorship election to warn criminal individuals and groups planning to foment trouble. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, revealed that 34,587 personnel will be deployed for the Anambra state election following a security threat analysis carried out by the Force Intelligence Bureau, FIB. According to a 25-page document obtained by the Foundation for Investigative Journalism, the personnel will be selected from 27 state police commands, which are Anambra, Delta, Ondo, Oyo, Ogun, Osun, Ekiti, Lagos, Edo, Imo, Abia, Rivers, Bayelsa, Kogi, Akwa Ibom, Benue, Niger, Nasarawa, Enugu, Ebonyi, Cross River, Kano, Kwara, Plateau, Bauchi, and Taraba. Personnel from the Federal Capital Territory FCT command and visiting police officers from the IGP Secretariat, Force Headquarters, and so on will also be in the state for the election. According to the Police Operation Order for Anambra election, the divisional police officers DPO across the state's land borders such as Ndoni, Obaru in Rivers State, Asaba, Obaru in Delta State, and others are to ensure the lockdown of the borders. Police Mobile Force, PMF, Counter-Terrorist Units, CTU, and military officers will be equally deployed to enforce restrictions of movement along the identified routes throughout the period of the election. There would also be a show of force on Thursday, November 4th at about 9:30 a.m. and a repeat of it on Friday, November 5th at about 8 a.m. in all the 3 senatorial districts of Anambra. In the election to be held on November 6th, 18 political parties across 326 wards of 21 local government areas will be vying for the seat of Anambra State Governor. Voting exercises are expected to take place at about 5,720 polling units. Wow. Wow. I still think something can be done and everything will be eased up and nobody will have any trouble. Nobody will come out to make trouble or what have you. And I still believe that the solution is what we know. Dialogue. Dialogue remains the solution. You do not conduct an election where there's so much chaos. It's just like saying in Zamfara, in Borno, you are going there to conduct election. When you know what to do, why don't the government just employ the use of dialogue? Dialogue will solve many issues. With dialogue and with communication to these people now, call these people for dialogue. What is the matter? Let us hear. Prefer solutions and not just lip service solution. Prefer solutions that are reality. These people are agitating for just 3 things: equity, justice, and fairness. That is what they're agitating against. So why not you listen to them and everybody is safe? You come and you conduct elections freely. First of all, before even calling them for dialogue, they wouldn't even listen if their said leader is still in custody. The Yoruba Nation leader is still in custody, Sunday Igboho, and the Biafran leader is still in custody, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why don't you call them? This thing will save lives, save resources, save properties. Why don't you, call these people? I don't know why the government has remained so adamant. Both the electorates, both those in government who hold various positions in the office, has suggested dialogue. And the truth is, the electorates cannot How am I going to put it now? Come and say, government, come and listen to us. It is still the government that will If you say government to come and listen to you, if you send letters, of course it will not go anywhere. It will not go anywhere. It is still the government that will call you. If your father now comes in and there's so much chaos in his house, what he's going to do? He'll be the one to call the meeting. Hello, yes, sit down. I noticed this and this and this was going on. Why? What is the problem? Then you see him, everybody calms down, and the problem is settled amicably. But when you continue to ignore, and rather than you employing dialogue, you are using the use of force, sending troops, sending security operatives. And you know, it is unheard of that in a place where there is an unrest, the military goes there and the unrest continues. But unlike what has been happening, information has been getting to us is that this security operative that were sent to the southeastern region now, we keep hearing of this youth was killed, that one was killed, unknown gunmen attacked, properties were destroyed, you know, people's houses, electorates' houses were burnt down. And I keep saying, but they sent troops to this place to ensure peace and there's stable security. So how come this particular issue keeps going? It remains the fact that if dialogue is called and the government and these people reach a conclusion, I am telling you, peace will be stable in this region. Then you will now know where the crime is coming from, because I keep saying, if there is instability of security, the security is nowhere stable. I'm telling you, many crimes will happen. Many crimes will happen, and it will hide under, it's either a hand under bandits, or it's hide under Boko Haram, or it's hide under kidnap, you know, it hides under IPOB, or it's hide under the Yoruba Nation, everything, because there is instability. That is why the security of the nation becomes, it is always and will always be the most top priority of the federal government, and even the state government. You are the chief security officer of your community. You're a president, you are the chief security officer, you're a governor, you are the chief security officer of your state. And you are meant to uphold, to make sure life and properties are safe. Now, you cannot, it is not about deploying thousands of people. It is not. Deploying thousands of people when you know what will solve the problem. All this brouhaha happening, you will not need to deploy this much people. You would not. The government should consider dialogue. They should call for dialogue. There is still time. There is still time. And apart from that, dialogue will save lives and property and stop pillage of blood. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.